audience.
Hello, John!
Hi, John! As a softball player, you spend most of your time attending tournaments, whether you're traveling in your state or all around the country. Most often, tournaments are held in the summer, and all kinds of organizations hold the tournaments. And they establish the tournaments in order to fundraise or raise awareness of something, and all teams come around from around the country to participate in these certain tournaments. Have any of you guys ever been to a softball tournament?
Yes.
Softball tournaments are often set up as they would set up maybe a College World Series games or even just a World Series in baseball. And you start off with a basic number of teams. Most often it's about 16 to 20 teams, and they slowly break down to say maybe like 8 and then 4 and then 2, and then from those 2 teams you determine a winner. There's always a winning bracket and a losing bracket, and in the losing bracket there's also a certain amount of teams that have maybe lost their first game or lost their first 2 games, and then they also break down into the bracket until they have a winner of the losing bracket. And each tournament has an elimination, so maybe it's 1 game elimination, so as soon as you lose 1 game you're out, or maybe if you lose 2 games you're out. There's also often a round robin beginning game schedule of the tournament, which sets the bar. It's like a practice round maybe for the tournament, so if you lose those games it may not necessarily count. The most common tournament from around where I'm from is the KDH tournament, and this would be the 8th annual year, and it's held in the spring of 2015. And the KDH tournament is the memory of Kristen, who was a sophomore, a class president, and someone who loved life and all of her friends, and she was just really dear to the town. And she was killed in a car accident in 2006, and she loved softball, and was one of the main ways that she was remembered was through softball and everything that she did for the community and for her team in that organization. And once she died, every year her softball team began putting together this tournament to just memorialize her, even for people who maybe didn't know who she was or anything, that came from all around the country, to just see who she was and memorialize her. As well as putting on a tournament for her in memory of her, they also hold a scholarship. So for every year there, a student from her high school is awarded this scholarship, and it's $1,000 to any school that they have been accepted to, and when they decide to go. And to be offered the scholarship, it's based on their past academic performance and their contribution to the school and the community, and then the dreams of the future of the person accepting it. And the scholarship offer is often subject to changes, but that's held by her family and really kind of everyone who's holding and presenting the scholarship. And in the end, once the $1,000 is chosen by the family, and her family presents the scholarship to the student, and they just must be from her high school and graduate with at least a 2.5 GPA, and they have to have been involved in 2 groups of maybe sports or other academic activities. And then they have to be recommended from a selection panel, and then that goes to the family who determines who is the absolute winner. And after they go through the applicants and read the scholarships and the essays and all of that and everything that they've been involved in, and they have to submit a form, of course, with references and like the scholarship paper for why they deserve it and everything that they're involved in and why they think that they might be deserving of the scholarship. And really, it's all for just a personal meaning. It kind of raises awareness for Kristen, as well as just kind of showing everyone that to live life, and not every day will you be able to play on a softball field, or you never know when your day is going to come, and just to be involved and do extracurricular activities and just get to know people, and just always be like thankful for what you have, even on the field or off the field. And for the tournament, they give away trophies for the winners, and they give wristbands and t-shirts for whoever makes it to like the last few rounds of the tournament. And for the last few years, my team has made it to one of the final rounds, so I've been personally involved with all of the girls in the tournament itself. And so in conclusion, every year there's softball tournaments all around the country, and for some of them it may be to memorialize a person or just for people to come together and enjoy playing softball. This one is just in particular to memorialize Kristen and what happened to her and just remember her in a positive way. And the scholarship, which is a really like caring thing from her family in support for, since maybe they didn't get to send their daughter off to college, to help some other student go to college and go to the university of their dreams and help everyone live their dreams.